Welcome everybody to a look at a 4K release from Vinegar Syndrome. Now this isn't a new release by any stretch of the imagination, came out in 2021, but to my surprise it was still available on sale, but also not just on sale, but also with its limited edition slipcover as well. So I jumped at the chance to get it, and it is 1973's Terminal Island. So this is directed by Stephanie Rothman, who I've not seen anything else from before, but I'll definitely try and seek out whatever else she did. And this clock's in at 88 minutes long, and it is an action thriller. And the only one out of the quite numerous cast is that I've seen in anything from before is Tom Selleck. This is a very early role from him. This is pre-Magnum PI and such, but the only other leading role films that I've seen him in is Quigley Down Under, which is excellent, and Runaway, which is a decent sci-fi action film. So in the wake of a Supreme Court decision to outlaw the death penalty, California passes an initiative that designates San Bruno Island as a dumping spot for first-degree murder convicts, free to do what they like except for leaving. The main camp of convicts is controlled by the tyrannical Bobby, who rules with an iron hand, and the women are used as sex slaves. AJ and a group of more free-minded murderers have escaped and gone into hiding. When AJ and his men liberate the women from Bobby's custody, tensions mount to an all-out confrontation for control of the island. So, with its exploitation-sounding plot, you can fully imagine what this would be like in the hands of a male director when it comes to how women are treated in this. Just look at, say, Michael Winner, for instance, with the way that he did any kind of sexual abuse scenes in the likes of Death Wish 2, for instance. Completely tone deaf, really nasty and exploitative, and just did not work. But thanks to Rothman, this takes a predominantly different approach. This is due to the exploitation and nudity of women being kept to a minimum and only present where necessary, and ultimately they have their own agency by the time the credits roll. The cast is also good. It is well paced. The action and violence are great, which for a very low budget film, I think it was only about $250,000 to make, is really rather quite impressive. The plot is engaging. It effectively uses a primarily singular setting. There is some decent thematic weight, talking about prison, incarceration, the death penalty, and such. And the character interactions are solid. So yeah, a real surprise, this one. I was expecting it to go down a very typical route for 70s exploitation films, especially ones that deal with women being in prison and such, but it really doesn't go down those lines. And yeah, really impressed by it overall. So it gets a solid 4 out of 5. And yeah, I really like this slipcover, which, like I said, surprised that it is still available even when it came on sale. Not sure if it's still available now, but yeah, still surprising that it was still available given it's 5 years ago, and to still have the slipcover is quite rare in that case. Then we have the film on 4K and Blu-ray. And we also have reversible sleeve artwork, which I do believe is more akin to the original. And we also have extras on the disc as well. So yeah, but the film itself is region free 4K Blu-ray, 4K, sorry. And the 4K UHD is presented in high dynamic range, newly scanned and restored from in 4K from its 35mm original camera negative. And we have English subtitles for deaf and hard of hearing as well. It is in colour, and it's in the 1:8:5:1 widescreen aspect ratio. So yeah, all nicely done. And in terms of special features, we've got quite a few here. We've got Why Be a Man When You Can Be a Rothman, brand new extended interview with co-writer-director Stephanie Rothman, From Hartman to Carmen, brand new interview with lead actress Enna Hartman. Then we've got Crash Landing on Terminal Island, brand new featurette with actress Marta Kristen and actor Sean Kenny. Then we've got The Rothmanessence, rediscovering the work of Stephanie Rothman, brand new critical featurette with film historian Dr. Alicia Cosma and film author, journalist, and programmer Heidi Honeycutt. And then we have a stills gallery and theatrical trailer as well. So yeah, overall a really good effort. Far better than any other prison orientated films from around this time. Quite frankly, I'll even say that alongside, say, Escape from Alcatraz with Clint Eastwood. This is marginally better than that. It's got more action, It's got more thematic depth, and it just generally hits a little bit harder throughout. I do apologise, my cat is currently shaking the camera. But yeah, still a really, really good effort, and like I said, really surprised that it being on sale, it still had the slipcover going for it, but kind of glad it did, because yeah, it's a nice slipcover, nice new artwork on it. Not sure if it says who has done the new artwork here. Yeah, it doesn't seem to have said, but it's a nice new artwork, and yeah, looks good with the slipcover, especially with the reverse as well, which kind of alludes to the kind of film this is going for. So yeah, on the whole, well worth the watch, especially if you are into your like prison orientated films, but you're not sure whether or not this is going to be too exploitative or not, and it really isn't. So yeah, hopefully that'll convince you to watch it. But if you have seen Terminal Island before, I'd like to hear your thoughts on it. But nonetheless, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.